Good morning, good morning, good morning, yo. Welcome back to the Sheer Brilliance podcast. My name is Sheer, and we're here to talk Knicks. I'm super excited. I wanted to make a video this morning to get on because we got the Memphis Grizzlies coming on the court. It's going to be in Memphis to face the New York Knicks. So if you ain't hyped, let's get hyped, baby. It's game day. It is game day. Now, I was really hyped to make this video because something that's unique about just matchups like this. You know what I mean? We have a young team who is on the tongues of all of these NBA players to tweeting about Ja Morant. Ja Morant's dropping 50 here. He's blocking shots. He's dunking on people. Yo, he got buzz right now. But something I absolutely love is that we always fall under the radar. New York is always going to be underestimated. You know what I mean? But right now we're on a 3-game winning streak. Our record is what it is, but we got youth, man, and our youth look good. And finally, it's an opportunity that they have where they're putting it together on the court, and Tibbs is letting them young kids burn, baby. He's letting them burn. So I'm hyped because it's a good matchup, man. And it takes me back to the 90s, man. Listen, I'm a 90s baby. I don't care. But what I absolutely loved was when we would go get the New York Newsday. Shout out to the New York Newsday. Shout out to Long Island. Strong Island, stand up. Let's go, baby. But man, in New York, if you know anything about New York newspapers, that's why the media is so big. If you make it to the back page in sports, it's a good thing most of the time. If you make it on the back page in sports, it's usually a good thing, but it's also probably a bad thing as well. But the back pages are important. And during the 90s with the 90s Knicks, it used to be Knicks Bulls, Knicks Pacers, which makes it whack that I'm out here in Indiana. But it is what it is. But what was cool to see, man, is when you open up that back page, the first page on the inside, it'll have the full starting lineup for the opposite team, whether it's the Bulls or the Pacers. And then it'll have the full starting lineup of the New York Knicks. And it would go matchup by matchup. Who's the point guard versus their point guard? Who is our shooting guard versus their shooting guard? Who is our small forward versus their small forward? So that made me inspired to actually do this video, man, because I'm like, damn, yo, we got Ja Morant coming to town. Not to town. Well, hey, we have Ja Morant versus RJ Barrett. So we got our own young stud, bruh, that y'all need to be watching tape on because he's emerging. All right? So the last time I remember that we played the Memphis Grizzlies, something that stood out was, man, their pressure. So that team plays with pressure and they play with tenacity. And I think the last time we played them, that caught us off guard. Caught our squad off guard. You know what I mean? So that's something I think we're going to be much more prepared for this time around. You know, we're going to have to match their energy. And I think we have the young bucks to do it. We're going to have to match their energy, their tenacity, and their defensive pressure. Right? But once again, I know that Ja Morant is playing at a high level. He's playing against other players. He's making big shots. Man, he plays like a young Westbrook. You know what I mean? Where he attacks the rim constantly. So that's something that we got to be mindful of. He tried to dunk on Mitch last time. I'm sure he's going to try it again. But we have RJ who's been separating himself as well. You know what I mean? RJ consistently puts pressure on the rim. He's unorthodox. I talked about this previously where he has that herky-jerky type of game like a young James Harden, like a young Rip Hamilton, where it's in between, outside, inside. I'm going to do the Euro step, and I'm laying it up. And he's laying it up with either hand. So our young boy is coming to his own in his third year as well. So it's going to be a great game, man. It's going to be a great game. It's been a minute since I've actually kind of woke up like, damn. I'm looking forward to seeing what this matchup turns out to be. I know all eyes are going to be on this game. I don't know if it's a nationally televised game, but you know all eyes are going to be on this game. So Twitter is going to be a buzz. But I don't want to say it's going to be a cakewalk because what made me excited about this game also made me go watch some highlights from Memphis Grizzlies' last 3 games. And what I can tell you is this. They got another young boy in their squad that ain't playing no games either. I don't know his first name, but I know his last name is Bane. And that's appropriate because tonight, either he's going to be the bane of our existence as New York Knicks fans, or he's going to be the Bane that's going to stop Gotham. You know what I mean? So appropriate that Gotham City is going to be playing him, and the dude's name is Bane. But what I notice about him is he doesn't stand behind Ja. He stands alongside Ja. And what I mean by that is his skill set, his approach to pressurized situations in the game, and his ability to hit the 3-point shot and 2-point shots and the drive to the basket. His level of confidence is crazy. And he's not a look at me type of guy. He's that I'm bringing my work pail to work. You know what I mean? You about to get this work. You about to get this business. I do this too. And when you have a team and you have a star on your team, all you can ask for, or hope for, or pray for is that another person on your team steps up and feels the same way about their skill set. We have that with RJ and Julius. They absolutely have it with Ja Morant and this young kid Bale. Watch, he's going to be a problem. The three people that I know that we got to keep our eye on and really try to focus on in this game is Ja Morant, Steve Adams, and this kid Bale. And vice versa, what they got to look out for us is Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Mitchell Robinson. I'm so proud of Mitchell Robinson, man. I know that there was a lot of conversation around Mitchell Robinson and trading him for Miles Turner. Yo, New York Knicks, if you're listening, please send some feelers out to watch these videos. Pay that man. Keep that man. To my fellow New York Knicks fans, listen, I know it's mixed reviews. Everybody was talking about Miles Turner very early on. We don't need any 3-point shooting from the center position. Let all the other players take care of that. We have exactly what we need for the future at the center position. We have Mitchell Robinson and we have Jericho Sims. Both of those cats are the same age. Both of those cats bring similar games to that position. Rebounding, block shots, the ability to run the floor, athleticism, defensive presence. Bro, like we're in a unique position where we have that position covered for a few years. Yo, I love how Mitch has played, man. He's been staying out of foul trouble. He's been fighting through injuries and staying on the court. He's just been grinding. All I hope is that it's not a contract season effort. You know what I mean? And I know it's not. You know, I don't want to disrespect him. Mitch is one of my favorite players on the squad. If I were to have a favorite player on the squad, actually it would be Mitch Robinson. You know what I mean? Alongside Deuce McBride and RJ is quickly becoming. You know what I mean? Those are my favorite players, bro. You know what I mean? But that's who Memphis got to look out for. What I'm excited about though is the ability of an Evan Fournier to explode. You know what I mean? Also the improved play of an Emmanuel Quickly. So equally, Memphis has players who step up in different games on their squad too, man. So I believe that both teams, we have a similar makeup in terms of our personnel, and we have a similar mindset of how we want to play the game. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, man. I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about this matchup. It's going to be some work. But I think we can get this dub. My prediction for RJ Barrett, I think he's going to have 26 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. I think Julius may chip in with about 31 points. I'm hoping that Ev come through with anywhere between 19 to 22 points. I think Mitch is going to have another double-double, maybe about 3 blocks. And I think our key players to the game is going to be, Deuce. I really think the pressure that Deuce can apply on Ja to disrupt him, you're not going to stop him. But I think Deuce is going to be able to show up big with defense on the perimeter. Memphis, we have to make sure we're mindful of their 3-point shooting. We have to put pressure on a 3-point line. And we have to prevent them from doing fast breaks. They love fast breaks. If we can control those 2 areas, we stand a good chance of winning this game. So, it's about to be noon. I just wanted to hop on here, man, and just talk about that matchup, man. Check out this video. Like, share, subscribe. Going to be more consistent with it. The Sheer Brilliance podcast. I'm hyped. Hyped for this game. I'm excited for this game. I think Knicks Twitter is going to be on fire tonight. I also think NBA Twitter is going to be on fire tonight because it's going to be a good matchup. And I really think that RJ Barrett is going to stand up. The battle of the three top picks from the 2019 NBA draft coming into their own and developing into what it is that their draft pick status that said that they would be. All right. So I'm signing off the Sheer Brilliance podcast. Thank you for returning. Thank you for watching this video. Check out my reaction video tomorrow morning after the game. After this win, Knicks will go 4 straight in a row. We're going to do Knicks Daily Edition again. So we'll find out who's going to be the bacon, egg, and cheese of the game. 3 of the players that play well together, that serves as the perfect combination. Who's going to be the chopped cheese? Who's going to be the quarter water? Let's go Knicks. Remember, keep in mind, it applies to life as well as our Knicks. If there is no struggle, there's no progress. Let's go. I'm out. Sheer Brilliance Podcast.